Here today on behalf of the national executives of the party to thank all of you for honoring our invitation. Your presence underscores the importance of this engagement and reflects the seriousness with which the NDC approaches what we consider to be a very critical phase in the life of our party. The need for us every 4 years to initiate series of activities with the aim of strengthening our party and ensuring that we are committed to the ideals of having a strong party, and a strong party that will be able to provide strong government. Indeed, it's been 1 year since the people of Ghana renewed their trust and confidence in the NDC. 1 year down the line, we remain convinced that the confidence reposed in us has not been misplaced. We are determined to work even harder to deliver on our commitments and to continue to put a lot more joy on the faces of the Ghanaian people. Before I proceed, permit me to express my profound appreciation to our gallant polling agents, our hard-working branch, constituency, and regional executives, who through thick and thin stood firmly with the party and worked tirelessly to secure victory. I also wish to commend my colleagues at the level of the national executives, both those who have accepted government positions and those who continue to work at the party headquarters. Thank them for ensuring that our party continues to remain strong, cohesive, effective, even as the government delivers on its mandate. Your sacrifices and contributions, comrades, continue to be very deeply appreciated. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, the constitution of the great NDC requires that we undertake a reorganization of our party this year, 2026. The last time we did this was 2022. So 4 years on, it's time again to go. Now, this process will provide the opportunity for executives at the branch, constituency, regional, and national levels to return to the grassroots, to renew their mandate, or for the party to usher in new set of officers where the party deems it necessary. Now, in the course of this engagement, I will outline the party's calendar of activities for the year, followed by the general provisions governing the process. I would also highlight the roles and responsibilities of party executives, particularly at the branch and constituency levels. I will place special emphasis on these two levels because they constitute the very foundation upon which the strength and growth of the NDC is established. We cannot afford to get that wrong. Finally, I will address the modalities for the payment of membership dues, which is essential for members to remain in good standing and to participate fully in the eternal electoral process. Ladies and gentlemen, below is the 2026 internal elections roadmap as approved by the committee in December of 2020. So please pay very special attention to this announcement. Now, the 2026 internal elections roadmap. Now, I'm going to put them in the categories of first, the activity, the period that the activity is supposed to happen, responsibility, and those who are going to supervise those responsibilities. So, number one, in the period between 30th January, which is just a couple of days ahead of us, to 10th of February, we are going to have the very important activity which we call the registers or the books to be returned to all of the branches. Every branch has a register, and that register has all of the members. The party got all of those in order to ensure that when the moment comes, we can return them to the branches because those are the books upon which we do a number of very critical assignments from the branches coming all the way to the national level. So registers of books are going to be returned to the branches between the period 30th of January to the 10th of February. The responsibility for this particular activity going to lie with the regional and the constituency secretariats. So they will be in charge of this very important assignment, the regional and constituency secretariats. And the supervision of this will be done by the national, regional, and constituency executive committee. So will be in charge of the activity. That's the responsibility. Regional and constituency executive committee. Registration of new members. This very important activity which has to do with registration of new members, and the period scheduled for this is the 10th February through to the 30th of March. So 10th February to the 30th of March, the important assignment of registering new members for the party and to also update our register will take place. So this is a very important assignment because we have a lot of people some of them are young, who have just turned to age. Some of them voted for the first time in 2024, but want to become much more committed to the party by registering. Some of them actually are much older, but decide that they want to identify with the NDC by registering at the branch level. So that is the important activity open for all of these people between the 10th February to the 30th of March. Now, the responsibility for this particular assignment lies with the branch executives committee. So at the various branches, the executives who are there, they are going to be in charge of this assignment, which is the registering of the new members and also the update of the register. Now, the supervision of these will be done by the national, regional, and constituency executive committee of the party. So that is the second activity. The third activity has to do with what we call the register authentication. That's to make sure that the register across all of the branches properly, gone through, examined to be sure we can say it is authentic. Now, so that third activity will happen between the period 2nd to 30th of April. 2nd to 30th of April. The responsibility will be that of the Constituency Executives Committee. That's our executives at the constituency level. Their job is to ensure that the registers are authenticated. The supervision of that activity will be done by the national, regional, and the constituency executive committee. So that's to ensure. So you can see in all this, you can see supervision is happening right from the very national level because this is critical. You get this wrong, every other thing goes wrong. So national is keeping a very close eye on it. The regional executive the same, working with the constituency executive committee to ensure that all these processes are being properly supervised. The fourth activity is the picking of branch nomination forms. The picking of branch nomination forms. Now, this is going to happen between the period 2nd to 16th of May. So that will be a 2-week activity, 2 weeks. Between 2nd of May to the 16th of May, individuals interested in running for positions at the branch level will be given room to pick nomination forms. Now, their responsibility for this is going to be, first and foremost, we are going to create what we call a possibility for some of it to be done, online. We're going to ensure that the Constituency Executive Committee is in charge of this activity in terms of responsibility. Now, supervision of this will be at the level of the Regional Executive Committee. So the Regional Executive Committee will ensure that this picking of branch nomination form is done. Sometimes these are periods where people with, should I call it, vested interest, sometimes try to prevent other people from getting forms because they think if they use those mafia ways, they can prevent people from running and they can hold on to those positions, or just a few people they want to be. So we want to ensure that that doesn't happen. So in many situations, we're going to ensure that the means by which people want to prevent others from picking form will deny them that opportunity. The next activity, which is the fifth activity, is going to be vetting and appeals at the branch elections. The vetting and appeals at the branch elections. Now, this is scheduled to happen between 20th May to 30th June. 20th May to 30th June. Responsibility for this will be in the hand of the Constituency Executive Committee, to be supervised by the National, Regional, and the Constituency Executive Committee as well. So we want to ensure that there is that very strong supervision of this very important assignment, which has to do with the vetting and appeals at the level of the branch elections. Now, the final activity in this timetable has to do with the election of the executives at the branch. So, elected executive validation, meaning we go through the process to ensure that all those who have gone through that election, we validate that data to be sure that that is the real, authentic register as far as the new executives at the branch level is concerned. So here we're talking about a period between 10th to 30th July. That's when this validation will happen. This will be the final part as far as the branch calendar is concerned. The responsibility for this will be in the hand of the Constituency Executive Committee. The supervision will be done again by the National, Regional, and Constituency Executive Committee. So this is about what we're going to start with, which has to do with the whole activity to ensure that the very foundation, which has to do with the branch executives of our party are in place. The next timetable I'm going to go through has to do with the timetable for the 2026 constituency, regional, and national elections. So you can see we started with the foundation, then now we are going to build the structure all the way to the very top, which has to do with the very ceiling. You know, once the foundation is solid, you can start building now. So here is the timetable for the main building. So first, we start with the constituency timetable. Number one, and now I'm talking about the constituency timetable. Number one, the opening of nomination. This will be done between the period 15th to 17th of September. So that will be Tuesday, 15th September to Thursday, 17th September. Opening of nomination at the constituency level. Number two, completion of forms. They will be given 1 week to be able to complete the forms. So at the constituency level, 1 week will be provided after the 17th September, and they will be expected to complete all the forms. Number three, filing of nomination. That is due to be done on Wednesday, 23rd September, and Thursday, 24th September. That's for the filing of nomination. The next is vetting. Vetting is scheduled to be on Friday, 25th September, through to Sunday, 27th September. Vetting across all constituencies will be done. Next, we'll provide opportunity for appeals. I mean, for people who feel that maybe something has gone right and they want to make an appeal, they'll be given an opportunity to have those appeals heard between Tuesday, 29th September to Thursday, 1st October 2026. Then the final one, and the most important of them, are the elections at the constituency level. And the dates for the elections at the constituency level will be Saturday, the 24th, and Sunday, the 25th October 2026. So that is for the first floor of the building. Having built the foundation, now we move to the first floor. Now, the next one is the regional elections timetable. Here again, we go through the same process, starting with the opening of nomination at the regional level. The opening of nomination expected to happen on Tuesday, the 6th October, through to the following day, 7th October, 2026. No opening of nominations at the regional level. The next will be the completion of forms. And that, just like in the constituency case, the case of the constituency, 1 week will be provided for all of those forms to be completed. 3, we have the filing for regional elections. And this is scheduled to happen between Wednesday, 14th of October and Thursday, 15th October. So 2 days will be provided for the filing of the regional elections. Then vetting of regional aspirants. The date is Friday, the 16th October, and the following day, Saturday, 17th October. Then the appeals will be done on Sunday, the 18th October, and Monday, the 19th October. That's for the appeals. Then we move to the Regional Youth and Women Conference. That normally we do that for the women and the youth. Then we do the broad regional elections. So the first one, which has to do with the date for the Regional Youth and Women Conference, will be Friday, 13th November 2026. So across all of our regions, we'll have Regional Youth and Women Conference to elect our regional youth leaders and women, who are going to be in charge, the women organizers. Then the final one will be the date for the regional elections. That will be Saturday, the 14th of November, and Sunday, the 15th of November. So by the close of that Sunday, the party will be in a position to have all of our regional executives across the country elected. Now we move now to the final floor of the building. And the final floor is the national elections. So again, opening of nomination for the national elections. The date is 20th, that's Tuesday the 20th of October to Wednesday the 21st of October. Opening of national nomination for the national elections. Then completion of forms. Because it's national, it means you have to literally go across the country. We're giving a little more time. So 2 weeks instead of the 1 week that was given at the level of the constituency and the region. So 2 weeks will be given for the completion of the forms in order to be able to move across all the existing regions of the country. Then the filing for national elections, Saturday, the 7th of November, through to Monday, the 9th of November, 2026. That will be for the filing for national elections. Then we have the vetting for national aspirants. The vetting will take place on Thursday, the 12th of November, and the following day, Friday, the 13th November, 2026. Then we have number 5, appeals. Appeals will be done on the Sunday, the 15th of November, and Monday, the 16th November, 2026. So Sunday, 15th, and Monday, 16th November will be for the appeals. Then for the Youth and the Women Conference, we are looking at Saturday, the 12th December, 2026. Okay, as I mentioned, at the regional level, we did the same thing. We do first the Youth and the Women Conference, where we elect, in this case, we elect the National Youth Organizer and deputies, and the National Women Organizer and the deputies would all be elected on Saturday, 12th December, 2026. Then on the final one, which will be the main Congress to elect all of the national executives of the NDC in this very important year of our reorganization. That Congress will happen on Saturday, the 19th December, 2026. So that completes, the very important edifice that is supposed to prepare for the next round of fighting for the power in the country, and also ensuring that we continue the wonderful job we are doing resetting the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, in order to address and eliminate what we know, which really happens virtually in many political parties in this part of the world and many other places, what we call mafia activities, that includes intimidation and other rough tactics, the party expects all constituency executives to publicly announce and publish the official meeting venues and meeting times for every branch within their constituency. I want to take that again. The party expects all constituency executives to publicly announce and publish the official meeting venues and meeting times for every branch within their constituency. For clarity, branch elections shall be conducted at the same approved venues and at the same scheduled times as the regular branch meetings are done. These published lists will be strictly supervised and validated by the regional executives and the National Executive Committee to ensure transparency, consistency, and fairness throughout the process. This exercise is not routine, it is deliberate, strategic, and consequential. It must therefore be treated with the seriousness it deserves, and for the avoidance of doubt, your branch is where you vote. So that is critical. Now, membership registration and register integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, membership registration for new members will be administered strictly at branch locations by the branch secretary and under the supervision of constituency executives. Now, membership card acquisition. Now, the plastic membership card can be obtained during registration at the cost of 50 Ghana cedis. That's for the plastic membership card, which shows that you truly are a registered member of the party. That shows that you identify to a branch, and therefore you are eligible to be able to run. If you are new, you have to wait until the approved time. If you're already an existing member, that shows that you are in good standing and you are able to run for positions in the party. Branch registers will be made available at every branch. What's happening? Branch registers will be made available at every branch to enable members to verify their details. This applies to 1, existing members, 2, members of both existing branches, and newly created branches formed during the 2024 elections. Branch executives are hereby directed to open their registers fully and transparently to members. Members must be given unhindered access to check their names and ensure that corrections, omissions, or additions are addressed appropriately. Let me state this unequivocally. Under no circumstances should the membership number of a deceased member be transferred or swapped for a new registrant. I want to take that again. Under no circumstances should the membership number of a deceased member be transferred or swapped for a new registrant. Any branch found to have violated this directive will face the severest sanctions prescribed under the constitution of the party. The integrity of our register is non-negotiable. So if you feel the only way you can survive is to use mafia means, advise yourself and step aside. We don't want people who have no capacity to run correctly, run legitimately to win, to be part of our processes. So if the only way you can survive is mafia, maybe you look for the MPP. That's where the mafia things happen. So we're not going to let that happen. Now, payment of dues. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, to ensure a transparent, credible, and efficient process, the party has streamlined all election-related activities and financial contributions through our unified digital platform. Members, aspirants, and the general public are hereby advised of the following official channels. For all official information regarding the reorganization roadmap and election guidelines, members should visit, and I'm going to mention now the websites. The official website is www.ndc.org, that is org.gh. So take it again, www.ndc.org.gh. Now, this website serves as the definite source for branch, constituency, regional, and national election updates. Now, 2, digital payments and nomination via smartphone or those who want to pay using the web. All financial transactions, including the payment of member dues, donations, and filing fees, as well as the submission of nomination forms, must be completed at the same website, what I mentioned earlier, www.ndc.org.gh. Now, 3, USSD service. That's for non-smartphone users. In our commitment to inclusivity, members without smartphones can access basic services, check news status, and make payment by dialing the official USSD code. And here it goes. USSD code, was in a column. Then you have star 920 star 25 hash. I take it again. USSD code is star 920 star 25. How do you call it? Hash, right? 25 hash. So that is the official USSD code for those who do not have smartphones and who still want to be able to take part in this activity. Now, National Executive Committee approved eligibility provisions. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, pursuant to Article 4 of the party's constitution, the National Executive Committee has approved the following general provisions under Section H of the guidelines for the elections. 1. Any person seeking to contest for a party position who currently holds an office to which he or she was appointed by the president or government must resign from that office at least 6 clear months before filing nomination forms. I take that again. Any person seeking to contest for a party position who currently holds an office to which he or she was appointed by the president or government must resign from that office at least 6 clear months before filing nomination forms. 2. Chairpersons or members of boards or persons in analogous positions are exempt from this restriction. Why? Because they are not full-time employees. So those who are full-time employees are affected. And the following are those who are the affected officers, and paragraph 1 include, they are not limited to: A, ministers and deputy ministers; B, chief executive officers, managing directors, their deputies, or analogous officers; C, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives. So those are the 3 main categories that we mentioned. I take them again. The affected officers under paragraph 1 include, they are not limited to: A, ministers and deputy ministers; B, chief executive officers, managing directors, their deputies, or analogous officers; C, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives. Now, the official guidelines for the elections will from today be made public. So all of you will be able to have access to it. Now, for the avoidance of doubt and for absolute clarity, those intending to contest at the constituency level who fall in the category I just mentioned, the 3 categories I mentioned, those intending to contest at the constituency level shall resign by April 2026. Those intending to contest at the regional level shall resign by May 2026. And those intending to contest at the national level shall resign by June 2026. These provisions are firm, constitutional, and enforced without exception. So please don't even bother to come and see whether you can plead to be exempted, because there's no plea in this matter. Now, call to party officials and members. This reorganization process, ladies and gentlemen, demands discipline, integrity, fairness, and collective responsibility. I therefore call on all party officials from the branch to the national level to apply themselves diligently, act transparently, and uphold the values of the National Democratic Congress. Let us remember that the objective is not merely to elect officers, but to strengthen the party, to deepen internal democracy, to consolidate our unity, and position this party as a formidable political vehicle capable of delivering responsible and people-centered governance and resetting our country. If we get the party right, we get the government right. If we weaken the party, we automatically weaken the government. So the choice before us is clear. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, in conclusion, let me say that the NDC approaches this exercise with utmost seriousness and resolve. We are committed to a credible, orderly, and inclusive reorganization that reflects the will of our members and strengthens our democratic credentials. I therefore urge all comrades to fully cooperate with the party structures and processes as we collectively build a stronger, more vibrant, and more resilient National Democratic Congress. Let the NDC continue to grow from strength to strength, and like Trump says, thank you very much for your attention to this matter. God bless the National Democratic Congress. God bless our dear nation, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much.